I just realized that I have never made one of these. So I feel like 2024, new year, new me, I should be showing you what is in my bag. So let's get into it. Let's see what is in the banger bag.
You know, I always tell myself, I just have to go out and give it my all, no matter what anybody's trying to do to hold me back. The key is to keep hustling and keep putting out those bangers. And I always have to remember, no matter what, I am Josh Russell.
I don't know if banger bag is the right term to use. It kind of sounds weird and a little awkward. But let's talk about what's in my camera bag. This is my everyday carry. This is what's going to make me have back problems someday. But I want to tell you what I use to create the bangers that you've seen all over social media, my website, anywhere that you've seen some Josh Russell stuff. I want to show you what's in here. Now, I want to talk about a few things that aren't in the bag first. That is a light stand. I use a heavy-duty, generic Neewer light stand. And my modifiers that I use usually are the Joel Grimes Beauty Dish or the Manny Ortiz Beauty Dish, both made by FJ Westcott. Now, with that being said, everything else is in here. And we'll start out with the bag. This is the Nomadic 35-liter Peter McKinnon bag. It's the first one that they came out with when they partnered with Peter. I've had it for 5 years now. This is actually the second one. The first one, the zipper actually ripped. I sent him a picture of it, and within 2 days, I had another one at my doorstep. Now, I never asked for a refund or a replacement. They have a lifetime warranty on them, so they went ahead and replaced it. Didn't have to send it in. I threw the other one away. Good to go. Now, let's open it up. Let's see what's inside of here. Okay, so I carry a lot of stuff with me, and it's for multiple reasons. I have some social media / recording stuff in here for doing like TikToks and all of that. But then I also have all of my photography gear in it. First things first, my main camera, and that's going to be the Sony a7R IV with a L grip on it and L bracket. And I actually use this L bracket quite often as kind of like a handle, a holder, and a stabilizer. So I leave it on there even when I'm not using it in a tripod, but it comes in very handy. Now, the Sony a7R IV is my workhorse. I haven't had a reason to upgrade. I've been using it forever, and I just love the way that it works. Love the fact that I get 64 megapixels or whatever it is, and can create just amazing work, both small and big. So on top of that, my second carry is the A7 III, another Sony with a battery extender on it. The battery extender I just recently put on there. It just gives it a little bit more girth.
That's what she said.
But I like the way that it feels in your hands.
That's what she said.
But A7 III, it's kind of my backup. Hardly ever gets used, but it's in there in case I need to use it. What lenses do I use? We're going to start with this one that's been just completely destroyed and beat up to no end. And that is the Sigma 35mm f1.4 art lens. Now, something about me, I only shoot Sigma. Shout out to Sigma, not a sponsor yet. But I only shoot Sigma lenses. It's pretty much the only thing that ends up on my Sony cameras. Sigma 35, this thing has been through the ringer. I've dropped it on the beach multiple times. The ring adapter or the ring thread is just cracked and shattered. But it's a beast. It still works. It's got sand literally inside of it. You can hear it when you do this. But overall, fantastic lens. Gets those wide shots, and this is was my go-to for everything. Now, with that being said, I've upgraded to the 85mm f1.4 art lens. As a portrait photographer, I have found it to be very important to have an 85mm focal length. Personal preference, maybe. I guess you could get away with a 105 or a 50mm. But this 85, man, it lives on my camera. I don't hardly ever take it off unless it's going in the bag to be transported. But, I mean, it's just so crispy. The photos are so clear, so tack sharp. I just love everything about this lens. 85mm, if you've never tried an 85mm f1.4, I highly suggest spending a little bit of money getting one. They make it for all the camera brands. I just absolutely love it. 85 for the win. Now, everybody makes fun of me because I never use lens caps. Most of the reason is because if I leave a lens cap on there, I'm probably going to forget it. And I'm going to take a photo with the lens cap on. So I just avoid that whole situation. Now, what else do I have in here? I have some Pro Mist filters. I have a variable ND, which is also a Peter McKinnon variable ND made by Polar Pro. Basically just like sunglasses for your lens. What is a black mist filter? This is actually, it causes a little bit of softness to a photo or video. I use it more for video. Every now and then I use it for photos, but basically it just softens everything, gives it a little bit more of a cinematic look. So I really like that look, and I use it a lot. Okay, let's talk about flashes, strobes, all of that good stuff. I always carry a Westcott FJ-X3S with me. It's the Sony adapter. It's the trigger to make all the lights work. With that being said, though, I do also have a Westcott FJ82 in here, which I have modified with a mag mod on the top of it. It was not easy to do, but I got the mag mod to sit on there. This goes to my weddings with me. This goes to portrait shoots. Cool thing about it is if you forget this bad boy, this will also work as a trigger if you don't want to actually fire the light. You can fire the light or you can not fire the light, and it'll actually work as a trigger. FJ80, I usually use this for like weddings, like I said, on the go stuff, but then as an accent light. I hardly ever use this as an actual like key light, but it does fill a very good purpose. With that being said, what else do I travel with in here? An FJ200. Now this is a 200 watt strobe capable of high speed sync. Use this thing on the go all the time. It literally fits in my backpack and I travel with it everywhere. The FJ200, super handy. The only thing that it's not very good at is overpowering the sun on very, very bright days, unless you just bare bulb flash it. Other than that, man, this thing is a workhorse. 200 full power flashes. I got an extra battery, so I can get 400 full power flashes. I hardly ever shoot at a full power. I can use this thing for hours and still be perfectly fine. So that is everything that's in my bag. Extra batteries, SD cards, business cards, an external SSD hard drive. Now with me, I also carry around a little puffer ball thingy. I don't know if these things have an actual name for them. I call it a puffer ball. But I also have all of my social media making stuff in here. And this is something that I highly suggest you think about doing in your bag, is carrying some social media kit with you. Now, one thing that I do not have in here is my phone. That's my main thing that I film all of my TikToks, my Instagram Reels, social media with. It's this. Otherwise, it's my Insta360 X3, which is not with me here. But what I do carry in here is this K&F Concepts tripod camera stand, selfie stick, phone holder, all of the above. Basically, it's a tripod, but then it extends, and you can put your phone directly in here, hold your phone up, good to go. Bob's your uncle. Now, to capture audio for these social media things, I use the DJI Mic 2s. You're actually hearing it right now. It's what I've been recording this on, but I use the DJI Mic 2 kit, which also stays in here. And then I also have a Rode Smart Lav Plus, I think it's called, lavalier mic, lav mic, just in case I need to lav up or something. Now I have extras of these, but I always carry one with me. On top of that, that is pretty much it that's in my bag. On top of that, it's just kind of camera, gear, light stand, modifier, good to go. So that's what's in the Josh Russell bag for 2024. Hope this helped you. This is what I use to capture all of my bangers. Just wanted to get a video out there so you knew what I was carrying, so you can kind of go out there and try to get some bangers yourself. I'll see you guys around. If this video helped you, maybe consider watching this one, because this one's all about how to use this stuff. Talk to you later. Peace.